What's up everybody, I'm Nick McLaren, Head of Strategy at Serato, and today we're coming to you live from Serato HQ in Auckland to celebrate the release of Serato DJ 1910. Now this is a hardware release, so it has support for the Mixars QUATTRO 4-channel mixer and also the Denon Prime series. That's the X1800 mixer and the SC5000 media player. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We got Suite licenses to give away and also Club Kit. So stay tuned, I'm going to be asking some questions around the actual products and how we support them. If you have questions that aren't related to the prizes, jump in the Facebook chat and talk to us. We're going to be answering questions in there. Drop us a line, say hello, harass me, do what you want. So let's start with the Mixars QUATTRO, a 4-channel mixer for Serato DJ. It's plug and play, so that means you don't need a license to use it. You just download Serato DJ, you plug it in, and you're good to go. It has 2 USB ports, so you can use it in a club, use it with a friend, you can go back to back, change over, etc. It has performance pads, which is really a first for the 4-channel mixer market. You know, I don't think any other mixer out there right now has full good-sized performance pads. It has a nice effects section here at the bottom, some channel effects through the middle, a nice little mic section with talkover, and also some nice headphone and crossfader functions. So you've got split Q, you've got crossfader curve controls, crossfader reverse, and also an upfader curve switch here. I'm going to talk about the performance pads and some of the performance features a little bit more now. So I'm going to start some music and talk you through those. So to begin with, we've got cue points. Real easy, but 8 cue points immediately accessible there on the cue point layer. So again, nice big cue points, easy to use, easy to hit. One click over to sampler. So sampler and cues are kind of like the main things we felt that were really important in a mixer, along with the loop control. So we've got sampler mode here. And the volume for the sampler is this is middle faded in the middle. So in between each of the channels, you've got this one sampler controller. So maybe you actually want to throw a song into the sample player and use that to play loops over your set, or however you want. You've got a fader right here. Using shift, you go into the transport mode. So transport mode gives you 4 cue points, but then on the right, they turn into transport controls, which is basically play, stop, cue, so temporary cue, and also pitch bend. So that means you can actually use it as a standalone controller almost. So you don't need actually CDJs, turntables, whatever. If you did want to just use this, you've got all the controls here for pitch bending, play, cue, etc. Which is pretty cool. Above this, we've got loop control. So again, you can set your auto loop, so you can scroll through. I'm going to go through, we've got set a 4-bar loop. And you can adjust the length of it just by twisting the knob. Now the shift layer of that is loop roll. So hold shift and then you got your classic loop rolls. Next to that is the library knob, kind of an important, but you know, I guess I just overlooked it, so overlooked feature. Library knob, so scroll through your library and use shift to go back through your crates into the library and then hit it again to load. So real simple, easy to use controls. We really kind of designed it in such a way that you have library, loop, cues, sampler, all there in one little section. You know, it's none of the kind of extra stuff, but all of the kind of, I guess, the things you need for like a classic DJ set. Just below here we've got a sync button. Not always you know, the most popular feature, but I really like it, and it's really handy if you're using the mixer standalone, you know, without another transport player. So if you do want to use it with this transport mode, play, cue, and then sync. So real easy to do a nice little set just for mixing. Below these performance pads on the right, we've got the effects section. So again, like any good 4-channel mixer, you go through and you've got different effects. We've got filter, flanger, delay, echo, reverb, trans, pitch, loop roll, reverse roll, noise, bit crush, gate. There's heaps in here. T delay, time delay, there you go. Break, send and return. So there's a send and return on the back there as well if you want to send it to another third-party effects processor. In the middle here, we've got the channel effects. So we have filter, a nice noise for your big transitions and your swooshes and your sweeps and your, you know, building some energy. We've got echo, which is post fader, and then a bit crusher. Mic controls, I don't have a mic plug-in to show you, but it does have a good talk over function, and there's also a tone control from low to high. You've got the headphones, so again, don't have headphones plugged in, not a real DJ today, but you've got split Q, Q master, and then just the volume control. Crossfader reverse if you like playing in hamster mode, up fader curve control, and crossfader curve control. So that's kind of a good summary, I think, of the Mixars QUATTRO, a really good, solid 4-channel mixer for the club or for your home. It's quite competitively priced, especially for a mixer with 2 USB ports, performance pads, and all the things. You know, it's got XLRs, it's got booth, it's got all the things you might expect. So that was a good kind of overview of the QUATTRO, and now we're going to give away some DJ Suite licenses. So I hope you were paying attention. The question I'm going to ask you is, what are the 3 performance pad modes that you can find on the QUATTRO? And I want you to type them into the comments now, and you can win Serato DJ Suite. Now, Suite is our, so I guess the suite of all of the things we make for DJ. So it has Serato DVS, it has video, it has the effects packs, it has flip, and it has pitch and time. So everything we make that for DJ in Suite, and you can try and win it, and hopefully someone's already written the right answers. Go. Okay, now we're going to put up a little splash screen just for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to get set up on the Denon gear, and see you soon. Okay, we're back with the Denon Prime series. Very happy to announce support for these today. I know a lot of people out there have been waiting for our support, and now it's here. Serato DJ 1910. Go out and grab it, you can download it now. I'll start with the X1800 mixer. This is the 4-channel 2 USB port mixer from Denon. Very cool, very high quality mixer from Denon with some really unique features, really fun to mix on. I'll start with the just the basics at the top here. We have the input selection, so you've got digital, line, phono, and then you have the USB port selected there. And at the top above that you have USB port 1 or 2. That allows you to switch between DJs for back-to-back again, or changeover in the club. It's a club kit mixer, so that means that you need to grab Serato DJ Club Kit from Serato.com. It's $169, or you can subscribe to the Serato DJ subscription pack, which is $9.99 a month. We're going to be giving away some of those licenses at the end of this little mixer section, so stay tuned, and I'm going to ask some questions about maybe some of the features on the mixer, and you can win one of those licenses. Those licenses aren't just for this mixer, of course. You can use it with any other club kit enabled mixer. And yeah, really it gets you set up, good to go, so you can plug into any mixer you might encounter in a club and just use Serato DJ with it. So to move on with the mixer, I'm going to start the music for a little bit here and talk about the mix section. So we've got trim, EQs, and then this really cool feature, or these features in the middle here with separate filter and separate sweep effects. You get 4 sweep effects: dub, echo, noise, washout, and gate, and those are separate to the filter. So that means you can actually work the filter and the effects at the same time for some cool little combinations. I'll show you some of the dub echo, sounds really good. And again, using it with the filter. And it's all post fader, of course. Again, noise, you got the, again, with the filter, very cool kind of combinations. Washout is a really neat effect. It's almost like an echo out, so you can actually throw it on full wet, and then your actual song fully cuts out. So it's a really nice way to transition between mixes. Great, you know, for me, I'm a hip hop DJ and I actually like to use it to go between hip hop songs just as quickly, just throwing it across, full wet, and you can transition into the next song. Gate's very cool, you know, like a little transform gate effect. And again, you can use it with the filter, very cool combo. Again, if you want to add more stuff to your chain, you've got the BPM effects on the side here. So again, very similar to the kind of the club standard with mixers. You've got the metal effects here, but you've also got these cool effects on the side. So let's have a play with those and I'll show you some of those effects. So you've got the effects select at the top here, and you can go through, look, we've got echo, delay, ping pong, trans, flanger, filter, phaser, roll, reverb, reverse roll, beat break, which is a really cool effect. I'll share that in a minute. Scratch, and a send return as well. So actually, yeah, let's go back to beat break, because this is cool. So with beat break, it's almost like an automatic slicer thing, and it's got a whole lot of different patterns that you adjust with the effects time here. So let's go to pattern 1, and I'll show you how it works. So let's turn on the BPM effects. You can actually see it scroll through, if you get in close on the screen here, the kind of patterns of how it's slicing. So you can hear it chopping automatically as it goes through the screen. Let's go to a different pattern. Again, you can cycle through different patterns and it's just like an auto slicer, auto chopper. Real fun. Another nice touch with this mixer and the BPM effects that I really like is often, you know, you've got the channel effects channel assign here on the right, and you have to look really carefully on how it's assigned, what channel you're actually applying effects to. This mixer takes care of that really in a really nice way, I think, by having it actually light up here above the channels. So you can think, oh, okay, why aren't my effects being applied? Oh wait, they're on channel 2, not 3. So flip over to 3 and you can see it lights up and you know immediately where your effects are heading. Super powerful mixer in other ways. So you've got this utility section you can go into if you want to get really deep, and you can tweak the EQs, you can tweak the filters, say the resonance, you can tweak headphone controls, microphone. It's got an advanced audio section and the system. So again, super tweakable. You can get really deep on it. Yeah, very powerful, really good club standard mixer. I'll just briefly touch on the mics because I know that's important to some people. So you've got these 2 mic channels on, you've got talk over, independent level, and a low and a high band EQ. Again, you can apply effects to the mic as well just by flicking over here. So the effects channel assign mic, master, crossfader, and again those channels, which I really like, that BPM effects selection. Kind of standard again, headphones on the left where you expect. So you've got the 1/4 inch jack, and then the thing I always like, because I always forget my adapter, that's the 3/8 inch, or if you're in New Zealand, the what do you call it, just the regular headphone thing that you plug into your iPod or your iPhone. You got one of those, so you don't need the adapter if you forget it. Split Q, mix between Q mix, Q and master level, and then again you've got the Q assign buttons above the channel. So again, very nice, very kind of a nice combination of a classically laid out club mixer with some fun new features and some powerful things that really kind of change the way you might mix with it. So, giveaway time. To win Serato DJ Club Kit, which means you can use this mixer and all of our other Club Kit enabled mixers, I'm going to ask a question. And the question is, how many sweep effects does the Denon X1800 mixer have? Write your answers just in the Facebook comments right now. So now let's move over to the other part of the Denon DJ Prime series, the Denon DJ SC5000 Prime media player. So this new media player is now supported in Serato DJ 1910, which is again out today. Go and grab it, download it, plug in, and now you can use your SC5000 media player with the USB cable, not the RCAs. What that means is it's supported in HID mode. Now HID mode means that all the controls on the SC5000 now control Serato DJ. That means the touchscreen, you can jump around and find in your library between crates, songs, etc. The performance pads on the bottom control Serato DJ features. You've got the library scroll, you've got track skip, beat jump, auto loop. Everything on there is now integrated with Serato DJ, so you can mix and perform with Serato DJ fully integrated with the 5000, SC5000. Now, just going back to the touchscreen at the top, again, very cool. Not many controllers out there have a full touchscreen like this, and it's very responsive. So one click jumped between crates, songs, playlists and things. You can do deck select, so you can go between 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So you can actually use the whole thing just to control all 4 decks in Serato DJ. So let's go ahead and start up a song. So again, you've got auto loops here for moving slowly down the mixer. Let's go to auto loop. You select the length of it by turning the knob, press it in to actually set the loop. You've got manual loop just below it. And then the shift function of this knob is loop move. So, you know, very similar to beat jump, but when you have a loop on, you just move the loop around. Below that, you have sensor and reverse. You've got track skip, beat jump. So jump to the track using beat jump. They've got dedicated controls, very cool. If you want to set the beat jump length, you use shift, and that actually changes the beat jump length inside Serato DJ. So let's go down to like a little half one. You jump around. Or jump up to a big length and then jump around big parts of the song. Again, cue and play pause just below that. You got your stop time for the play pause up here on the right here, so you got fast and slow. Let's go. Then of course these performance pads along the bottom, and that's I guess what makes this media player very unique, along with the touchscreen, is this full performance pad layout along the bottom. So with that, you've got hot cues, you've got loops, you've got roll and slicer, and then on each of those layers you've got some extra functions, so I'll show you those in just a sec. So back to hot cues. Again, you're all probably pretty familiar with this by now, but you have your hot cues that you can set. And again, if you want to delete them, use shift. Moving across, another press of hot cue gets you the cue loop mode. So that means when you jump to the cue, it'll set a loop at the same time. So I'm going to go and select a 1-beat loop using the auto loop knob here, and then jump to a cue point, and you'll see it'll jump to it and then set a loop. Cool. Okay, shift and hot cue gives you key play mode if you have pitch and time. So with Serato pitch and time DJ, that gives you key shifting ability. And shift and hot cue gives you the ability to actually use these keys here, or these pads along the bottom to shift. So you can see the highlighted white one, that is the root note of your song, and then I can jump around and play other keys. So if I want to change the cue that's being shifted, hold shift, select the one I want. So let's go for this blue one here. And now that blue cue is now being controlled. So and again, back to the root note, that's the white one. Okay, over to loop. So let's go to the loop modes here. So those are the ones, if you have beat jump enabled in the setup screen, which you can do, everyone can grab that. You go to setup and go to the DJ preferences, where are we at? Yeah, show beat jump controls under control preferences. That gives you a mixture of auto loops and beat jump on the right there. So I know that's got dedicated beat jump controls on the left, but if you do want to have them mixed up with the loop controls, so you can do a combination of things, that's how you get them on one performance pad mode. Roll is similar. Instead, the loop now turned into loop rolls, so that means that they loop and then jump forward to where it would have been if you had not looped. So again, you've got the beat jump controls on the right. So the two outer ones do the jumping, and the two inner ones set the length of the beat jump. Over to slicer. Now this slicer mode is this the one that actually plays through on first press, so you can see it stepping through. Hit it again and you get slicer loop, so that's where it just loops over and over, but it keeps slicing. Now next to the slicer buttons are the parameter buttons, and those are the things that you use to control some of the features like, say, slicer quantize value, or yeah, what else? You use it for using on key shift mode, so to change the actual distance between the key shift. So let's go to slicer. I'll show you how that works with the parameter buttons. You can see it affects the tempo of the roll. And then if I go back to the key shift mode, key play mode, so that actually changes where the root note is set. So you can see here on the player here, I can go right up, and then I can use the parameter buttons to go this way if I want to go all the way down. So there's a nice little overview of the performance pads there. Again, any questions, jump into the Facebook chat and ask us. I know I've gone over this stuff reasonably quickly, but you can go back and watch it again. I think we're going to keep it up online as well, so you can go back or just hit us up. We're always available on Facebook to chat and keen to answer your questions. Just moving across to the right as I kind of work my way around the player, we have slip mode. So that is, of course, when you hit slip, you can now do things like hit hot cues or scratch, and that will jump back to where the playhead would have been had you had not scratched. So let's go. So let me just get back to the original key here. Okay. So you can hear as I scratch, then it'll jump back. So no matter what you do, it'll always keep in time. So say if you've got two tracks playing, you've got a mix happening, you can do stuff and it's always going to stick. On the right, you've got pitch slider controlling Serato DJ. We have pitch bend, which also controls the Serato DJ pitch bend. Above that, we have the reset button for pitch and time or key lock. Sync, again, use shift to turn sync off. And then the vinyl or not mode, which is, that allows you to scratch or just nudge. Just above there, we have the wheel adjust, so light and heavy. So if you feel like a nice heavy platter, you would obviously turn that to heavy, or the lighter one, if it's maybe scratching and a bit more sensitive, turn it to light. Stop time, which I showed you before, which controls the speed of the brake. And now we're kind of back to where we started, which is with the library control. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is actually with the library stuff, there's some really nice integration with Serato DJ, and that is the album art. So I don't have album art on this particular song, so it's showing out with the Serato logo. But let's scroll down to this one here, load it up, and you can see the album art is displayed right in the center of the player. Very nice touch. I know a lot of DJs out there like to use album art to select songs, and they really use that album art to as a kind of familiar thing to mix with. So hopefully that's very valuable to you. I really like it. I just am a bit lazy with my album art and don't update all my songs that often. So yeah, really nice touch. So I think that's a nice summary of the Denon SC5000 Prime, the X1800 Prime mixer. So now we're going to give away 3 Serato DJ Suite licenses. You have to answer the question in the Facebook comments below. The question is, name 2 Serato DJ features that you can use with the SC5000 Prime's performance pads. Bit of a mouthful there, but yeah, two features from Serato DJ that you can use with the performance pads. Write the answer in the comments, and yeah, we're going to choose 3 lucky people to get a Suite license. Wrapping up today, we've released the Serato DJ 1910. Now this is a hardware release that supports the Mixars QUATTRO 4-channel mixer and the Denon DJ Prime series. That's the X1800 Prime mixer and the SC5000 Prime media player. It's available now. Go ahead and download it from seratodj.com. If you need any help, can't find it, whatever, jump in the Facebook comments, come and talk to us. We'll help you out. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. And we're going to throw to Nathaniel from the marketing team. He's going to come in and do a set on the Prime series and show a little bit about what it can do. So let's throw up a little screen here. We'll get Nathaniel in, he can set up. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.